What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are going to be taking a look at Bukshot's brand new album, Never Safe. That just dropped digitally today for everybody. If you pre-ordered the physical copy of this album, you've been listening to this album probably for the last 2 weeks. I know I have. Absolutely fire fucking album. If you guys don't know, I'm a newer fan of Bukshot. I've been listening to Underground Avengers since about 2013, 2014. In various reviews that I have done for Underground Avengers, I had always stated that Bukshot solo just wasn't quite clicking with me. Wasn't quite my cup of tea. I just wasn't feeling him. As each Underground Avengers album kept coming out, it was kind of like building to where I was becoming more of a fan. Hell's Kitchen dropped, which is Turncoat Dirty, aka Boondocks, with Bukshot. That album was fucking fire. That was kind of the first step towards becoming a fan of Bukshot. And then obviously last year when Double Dragon dropped, I refer to that moment as the Buck Snap, because when that album came out, I just was like, yo, Buck killed it with this project. I went back, listened to him throughout the UGA albums, and I was like, I don't know what was going on before. It wasn't clicking. But after the Buck Snap, everything was clicking. I was like, yo, Buck kills it. I went back, listened to all his Helter Skelter albums. I now own those, and I'm fucking fan of Bukshot going forward. Cabal obviously came out. And I've been supporting his albums as they come out. Unfortunately, I dropped the ball with dropping my review for The Night of Zombie when it dropped back in October. I do have it. Obviously, Mob Style Christmas has come out, as well as so did the next Hell's Kitchen album, Overdrive. I think that was what it's called, right? I didn't drop any of those reviews. I've been slacking on the Bukshot reviews. He started promoting Never Safe coming out, and I was like, yo, I'm not dropping the ball on this one. We're going to get this album, and we're going to drop the review proper. I try not to let too much time go by after an album comes out to drop my review. I feel like 2 to 3 weeks after an album's released, maybe interest in an album tends to drop. And I usually get into my mind to just not do the review. That's what happened with those. But Never Safe, it's been out for 2 weeks physically. Digitally comes out today. Like, I'm recording this on Thursday night. It drops today on the 22nd for everybody digitally to go check out. So we didn't drop the ball on this fucking review. This album, this EP is fire. This is Bukshot by himself. No features at all aside from vocal work from, I think we'll look in there to see, but there's some vocal work from a lady, a female, a woman. She does great on this fucking album as well. But this is all Bukshot, and he absolutely killed it. I'm a fan of Bukshot, and this is like a testament to really how dope he actually is. If you give him a chance, if you give him a shot, like I said, the Buck Snap, it happened. And I didn't fully realize this, but, you know, watching one of the last episodes of Beneath the Dirt, the Buck Snap was for more than just me. Because apparently the Buck Snap affected Roan as well. So it was a major event. Now, obviously, there was a bunch of bundles for this album. There were some delays with shipping on the merchandise, like the jerseys, the t-shirts, and the shorts. I actually ordered the combo set, or the bundle set that comes with the shorts and the shirt. I thought the shirt was dope, and I thought the shorts were dope. But at the time when he first announced those bundles, there was no bundle that had just the shorts and the shirt. The bundle came with the shorts, the shirt, and the jersey. Well, I'm not a big fan of basketball jerseys. I don't think they fit right. They don't feel right on me. I've got a couple that I think I've sold or trying to sell them now. I just don't think they fit very well. So I had actually put out there that I wish there was just a shirt and short bundle. When the pre-orders went live, all of a sudden, here's this new bundle. It just had the shirt and the shorts. Now, I don't know if he took what I was saying into account, but the fucking fact that that bundle became an option, that to me was like, he's listening to his customers, and that is customer service at its finest. And if you guys don't know, Bukshot puts out some quality fucking merch. The sublimated shirts are dope. The design he has for this album are dope. The shorts look comfy as hell, and I wear the shit out of basketball shorts. Right now you can't see it, but I'm wearing basketball shorts. They're my pajamas, essentially. Once I get home from work, I slap on some some basketball shorts, and that's what I wear around the house. They're comfy. So I'm excited to get that when it comes. And of course, it comes with these really dope USB cards. I'm going to call them cards of the album. He had one there was one that came in the Double Dragon album, and I don't think I gave these little USBs enough love, because these are really fucking dope. Obviously, CDs are starting. You have your cult people that really want to still get CDs, but digital's kind of taken over everything. If these were the only way to get an album, I would still be behind it. I posted that on Instagram, I think last week. These are really dope. I think these cards are really awesome. The bad thing for me with my car is, once I turn my car off and turn it back on, the album's going to start all the way over. Which, if you're going to put a CD in and just keep listening to the CD on repeat anyways, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I know loading a USB full of like multiple different artists, hundreds of thousands of songs, that's not a very effective way to listen to music. But this wouldn't be bad, because it's going to play the album. So I don't think I showed these USBs enough love. I think they're really fucking dope. He's obviously put out some for the Hell's Kitchen album. I believe the Mob Style Christmas. I believe there was a bundle that came with a USB for that as well. But these little cards I think are dope. I know for a fact that there was one for Double Dragon. I still have it. It's sitting in my little Nintendo box, which is actually in the shelf behind me. I need to figure out a way to get it displayed on that shelf. But I wanted to show more love to these USBs because I think they're really fucking dope. And again, if this is the only physical way to get an album, I would be okay with that. Like, C-Mob released an album and it's only available digitally. Like, if he released a version of his album on USB, I'd buy that shit. I like physical because, you know, down the road you can lose accounts and lose your digital access. Like my Nintendo, I have a Nintendo Switch. I buy all physical games for that. I have very few, like maybe 2 or 3 games that are digital, because my worry is whatever happens to my Nintendo account or my Switch, how do I keep those games? So that's always a big worry of mine. I want physical products. I want something physically to last. So we've rambled on about that. Let's jump into the actual fucking album. It comes in a nice little blue case. Kind of reminds me of a Blu-ray case, to be honest. Artwork, absolutely really dope. One thing I did note about this, because I dropped a video about this last week, the Berserkers that he teased, the artwork for it. I happened to pull out this CD, and the more that I'm sitting and looking at it, these are, it helps if I show the front, their artwork is very close together. I think that's really fucking dope. Not saying that he's tying these two together and tying in future Cabal projects. I think the Lightning was just like a really cool idea, and he went with it for this right here, for Never Safe. But I like the Lightning a lot. If you guys haven't heard me say, I love storms. And, you know, I was always afraid of them as a kid. Now that I'm an adult, I fucking love them. So the Lightning, I think, is really fucking dope as well. And I mean, hey, you know, in this they talk about the next chapter of Cabal is the Swarm. Well, you know, swarm of sharks. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying. We'll go ahead and open this bad boy up to the inside, which looks like that. I love that right there. That fucking, oh, this side right here. The boat underneath. He's like coming up to the boat. That's some Jaws type shit right there. And of course, he autographed it where it's not covering any beautiful artwork. I've made issue of that in the past. The artwork is not compromised by this autograph right here, which I think is great. For that, he opened up the book, Bukshot, Never Safe. There you have Smoking Joe right there. Turn it around to the back with your credits. Yes, your credits and a little in memoriam for, I don't want to butcher his name, Jimmy James. I remember seeing a few months ago on Twitter that he had passed away after a long battle with some terminal illnesses. So rest in peace to him. He put a little in memoriam in there. He was a big mob style fan, big juggalo. So that was really fucking dope to do that. Did I show you guys the disc? I didn't show you the disc. I held it up like this. Obviously, you pop it off. There's nothing behind it. It's just blue. I love this blue case. Like, full on. It's giving me some serious Blu-ray vibes. I haven't made the switch over to Blu-ray. I'm still rocking DVDs. Eventually, I imagine I should make the jump over to Blu-ray. Sorry, I'm pulling up some settings real quick because I want to make sure that the camera focuses when I flip it over to the back. No need to focus it. It's seeing it right there with the track list, which is Under the Surface.
What lies beneath the surface is usually the most terrifying. The human eye can't see through the murky.
Never Safe.
Murky water in the moonlight, shit is never safe. Never a better feeling when you pay him back, let's celebrate. In the street, you are never safe.
Asleep.
The more, the merrier is fake shit 7. They ask me where I stand, my resignation letter.
Role Model.
I'm just me, ain't trying to be a role model. I'm just trying to live, and for some, that's just hard to swallow.
I ain't no role model.
Molotov.
Every fucking one of y'all. See the lies, give a fuck about what you heard. Rock a skull on my chest, Punisher.
Hogtied.
From the trap, still on the ground, the professor is mad. I got no love for those who plot against me or my people.
And Round Here.
Don't you come around unless we ask you to. You've heard about that buck slap, bitch, I'll flatten you. Don't come around here no more.
So, this short listen, but it's great. This album's gotten several rotations. Again, it's short, so you finish with it. It's pretty natural to go back and re-listen to it. I've been jumping between this album, between Stevie Stone's Raising the Bar, and throwing Humble Among's April Fools in there just to kind of get ready for reviews. But this has been dragging my attention back. Bukshot asked recently on Twitter what favorite tracks are from people that have been listening to it. I gave a top 3. The top 3 that I gave, and I'm only gonna give one favorite, obviously. But the top 3 that I put out there was for Role Model, Molotov, and Round Here. Out of these 3, the whole album's fire. Whole album's fucking great. It's hard to pick a favorite. I'm going to give it... I just said I'm only going to give one favorite. I'm going to tie my favorite. For Role Model, I think it's really great. I tweeted out lyrics to the song. I butchered them just a little bit. And then he says, I can't be... Or can't. The chorus goes, can't be your hero. So I'll just be a weirdo. I actually put... Guess I'll just be a weirdo. That's actually the first part of the chorus. I fucked up the lyrics, but I think enough people got it. There's a few people that liked the tweet. So Role Model is a favorite track, but I really love Round Here. When the first time I listened to it and it started up, I was like, why does this sound familiar? And then it went into the sitar, and I'm like, yo, no joke. One of my favorite Tom Petty songs is Don't Come Around Here No More. Lyrically, there's not a whole lot going to that song, but musically, there's so much going on, and in that music video, it's just a fucking trip. I've always really loved that song by Tom Petty, so it being on here, great place for it. This album, I wouldn't say this is a full-on concept album, but Under the Surface talks about when you go into the domain of like a predator, know that you're in its environment, and you may not be attacked, but if you do get attacked, your chances of survival are very slim. And so when you get to Round Here, that's kind of like, don't come around here no more. So basically, Bukshot is the shark. You're entering into his domain, into the underground, into his domain. Don't come around here no more. You made it out safe. Don't come around here no more. Great closer to the album. Again, a great cover of a song that I really love. If there's one thing about this... There's one thing about Round Here that could have been a little bit better. And I'm satisfied with how the song is. But one of my favorite parts of Don't Come Around Here No More by Tom Petty is where like the tempo of the song picks up. And you have like the girl going, which is in this song. But in Tom Petty's, like the tempo picks up and he just starts singing, don't come around here no more. Like, I don't know. I feel like if the beat would pick up and start going fast like it did in Don't Come Around Here No More, and to just, you have Buck just like fucking spitting over that beat, that would have been dope. Well, again, I'm satisfied with how the song turned out. I'm just saying, if that was in there, I would love the song even more. But absolutely love this fucking album. If you have not heard it, it is now available digitally for everybody. If you like what you hear, make sure you go support the artist. This album is dope. And Bukshot is just getting started. Like, we're going to have a moment of silence in advance for my bank account because Buckshot's going to make it fucking hurt. So there you guys go. Moment of silence for my bank account because he's going to drop some fucking heat this year. And I don't think I'm building my savings account up very much. So if you guys have heard Never Save, tell me down below what your favorite tracks are. If you haven't heard the album, go check it out. Come back, tell me what you think about the album. If you don't like the album, tell me what it is about the album that you don't like. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.